What is going on, guys? Snipes here, and welcome back to another Black Ops 2 commentary. Now, if you couldn't tell by the little box in the bottom right corner, this is probably one of the longest commentaries I've ever done, and that's just because I've been on vacation for about 3 weeks now, and I just have a lot of things that I have to cover. So since the video is so long, I'll put some kind of table of contents down in the description, so you can kind of skip around the video and pick and choose between some of the things that don't really interest you and pay attention to some of the other things that you want to listen to. So without me rambling on, let's get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the vacation I just got back from. The whole trip was great. Every year, me and my whole family go up to a small town in the Adirondack Mountains, which are in upstate New York, for those of you that don't know. We go up for 2 weeks. There's no TV, no internet, no cell phone service, anything like that. So it's fun to just get away from all the technology and basically from civilization for a little while and just go outside and enjoy nature and wildlife and everything like that. Me and my cousin, we'd wake up every morning at like 5:30 in the morning, and we'd go out fishing for a couple hours, and then you'd come back to the cabin and have your usual campfire, or you go on a nature walk, or just sit on the dock and just look at the lake and everything. So it was a good time. And one day we decided to climb one of the mountains up there called Snowy Mountain, and if you haven't heard of it, look it up. There's a bunch of stuff on the web, and it's a pretty well-known mountain in the Adirondacks. So we decided to climb it, or to hike up it, which is usually a 5-hour round trip. You know, it takes 2.5 hours to get up and 2.5 back. And the first part of the walk, for like the first 2 hours or so, it's long, but it's not that hard. And then as you get further up the mountain, it gets a bit steeper, and you have to start crawling on your hands and knees to reach the top of the top, which opens up to like a giant clearing, and you can see all the mountains and a view of the town below. And I'll post a couple pictures so you can just get a better view of it. But the only problem with it was that my 71-year-old grandma insisted on going with us up to the top. So instead of taking 5 hours, it took us about 7 or 8 hours because we had to help her, which slowed us down. So everybody got back safe. It's not like she fell off the mountain and like died or anything like that. But by the time we got back to the cabin, we were all just in pain and tired from the hike, which we later found out was one of the hardest hikes to take in the Adirondacks, and it wasn't really recommended for beginners, which we basically were. So it was a bit of a new experience. I mean, probably not the best experience, but it was still enjoyable. And I'm kind of getting a headache just thinking about it right now, because when I got back, I had such a bad headache. But it was fun. But I am happy to be back and accustomed back into civilization and get back into the swing of things. Another quick thing I want to mention is that I might change my gamertag. I know as a YouTuber it's really not the best thing to do, just because people recognize you by your gamertag, but I feel like I need to change it just because every time I play or I go into a lobby, there's always that one kid in there that says, "Oh, well, it says Snipes in your name, so why aren't you sniping?" You know, and I don't really want to have it sound like I'm in a clan with other people. I mean, I used to be, between me and a couple friends. We kind of started something out, but I don't really play with them on a regular basis anymore, so I kind of want to change it sometime soon. The only problem is that I don't really know what to change it to, so I'm asking you guys for some help. And if you have any ideas or suggestions for what I should change it to, please post them in the comments, and I'll look at them, and I'll either pick one or I'll kind of branch an idea off of it for what I should change it to. The next thing I want to talk about, obviously, is my YouTube channel and my Xbox schedule. I kind of took a week off after I got back from vacation just to get back into the swing of things, but I decided that I should at least post a couple videos before the summer is over, just because I have a lot of other videos and everything like that I still have to upload, and I figured that now would be the best time, you know, better late than never. So I will be posting a few more videos until September, because that's when I start college. I think it starts the 3rd or 4th for me. So I'll probably have to slow down a little bit with the videos and probably start playing Xbox a little bit less, just because I want to focus on school and make sure that my first year of college goes well. It doesn't seem like that hard of a schedule. I think I have a couple hours in between classes that I'd be able to have some free time, but that'll probably be taken up by homework or something like that. And I'd rather spend more of my time on college than on a college education than on a YouTube career. If I was getting paid to make videos, which I'm still not, because I'm not getting paid, obviously. I would work a little bit harder on the videos, but other than the enjoyment of making videos and posting them for you guys, there's really no benefit, and I just feel like I'll get a lot more out of a college education than I will out of Xbox videos. But with that being said, I will still post videos from time to time while I'm in college, just to let you guys know that I'm still alive. Another thing I want to talk about is Ghosts, obviously. I can't wait for it to come out, and I know this is said every year, and there's nothing new in me saying it, but it looks like that Ghosts could be one of the better Call of Duties that they've put out, just because it's something different. And I always prefer Infinity Ward over Treyarch, at least for the maps, because when you're playing Infinity Ward, it just feels like you're actually in a battleground, because to me, Treyarch uses too many colors when they make their maps, and it kind of looks a little cartoonish, but on the concept of a first-person shooter, I do like both companies. You know, they both do pretty good jobs at their game. I mean, as much as people bash Black Ops 2, it was still a pretty good game, at least when it came out, and then it kind of went down a little bit when they put all the patches and adjustments onto the guns, and everything like that. Let me talk real quick about that first, the adjustments to the guns. This has been on my mind for a while now, and I just want to get it out, you know. I believe that once a game like Call of Duty is released, there really should be no reason to nerf or alter any of the guns. I mean, it's the tester's job to make sure the guns are balanced and to not have something overpower another gun. Obviously, there's guns that should be better and guns that should be worse. But when it comes to the point where you're getting killed, if you're using an SMG and somebody kills you with a pistol from like across the map, that's when it's just like it just doesn't work. So, in my opinion, there really should be no need for the community to complain about the power of a gun or how good or bad it is. You know, it should all be kind of tested and programmed out before the game is released, and so it's just easier for the community, you know, so they don't, and easier for themselves, so they don't have to keep changing all the guns. And if they wanted feedback from the community, they should have people from the community play it and beta test it. I mean, I know there's people that do play before it hits the market, but that's really not enough, and they don't really have enough time to edit things that people give feedback on. So, I believe that they should have beta testers, people from the community test it before it hits the market, so they have all the bugs fixed and there aren't as many people complaining. And another thing I want to talk about in Ghost is the dynamic maps. I really, really like the idea of the moving maps and the areas you can destroy, just because it adds a bit of an extra feeling of being in a real area, not just a map that all stays the same. But if I were a developer, I would make the maps completely dynamic, and by that meaning that you can knock down all the buildings, you can knock down trees, anything like that. Use rubble as cover, and use the map to its full advantage. And I just think that would be cool because it opens up a whole new chapter on cover and using the map in a different way other than just a place to play. So it kind of feels like you're more in a conflict zone, or you're in a more diverse area. And even if you don't use it to your advantage, you know, if you're not like that try-hard gamer that blows up buildings or something that would use to advantage, who the fuck wouldn't want to blow up a building with a Predator missile? Like, that would be awesome. I'm also looking forward to the Apocalypse DLC, especially for the Zombies map. That looks great. The only thing I don't really know about, I don't really know how I feel, is the giant robot that walks around. I feel like that's a little bit too far-fetched for a Zombies campaign, but then again, so does the concept of a Zombies attack, so I don't know, I guess it's just something different and something out of the ordinary. So it should be fun seeing why they put it into the game, you know, the uses for it. It kind of like a giant hawk, you know, really, from Buried. So it's basically just that to me. It looks like he can do a lot of things that'll help you too, but he's just bigger. And finally, I would like to talk again about the videos that you guys want to see me make. I know I've said this before, but I haven't really gotten much feedback, so please let me know down below in the comments what you want to see me or us play. If you want to see any types of series from different games, Q&As, or anything similar to that. I also have a lot of older stuff recorded that I've been working on, and I could probably put that out. There's a couple of older stuff that I still have saved, and I want to get rid of that so there's more space on my hard drive. But there's really a lot of different things I can do down a bunch of different paths on sorts of gameplay, so I'll keep an open mind, and if you want to see anything new, let me know. I think that's finally about it, so thank you guys again for listening. I'm glad to be back, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated over the next few months about my schedule with college, my YouTube, how if I'm going to stay in it or not, everything like that. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. The link will be in the description below. Make sure you keep up to date with everything, and do me a favor and like and share this video. It really helps a lot. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.